Ginger. Oh, there we go. Here we are.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are live right here, the Wrestling Gods group. The Wrestling Gods, ladies and gentlemen. We got 0 viewers there, and it makes me feel good, Jerry. It takes me back. Takes me back there to the days of the group going live with nobody watching. There, somebody left a comment, Jerry. It says Facebook user. I gotta go to the other page there. Let me see what's going on here. There, fuck. Okay, I gotta hit refresh. We got the goof back in the group, Jer. That's all we need, for fuck's sakes. With the goof back there, this fucking group's gonna skyrocket. Fuck, 49 members. All right. We got the goof in the house there. I'm gonna send you the link. If you want to join, you can join, my friend. The goof sent me he sent me the rating yesterday of AEW. I wake up, he sends me that. I'm like, oh fuck, it's video time.
Yeah, he did that to me too. He stopped me in as well. And I was like, oh, I have to make a video on that, like, you know what I mean? You know, exactly the same, like, because that's danger level, like, you know? That's danger zone, you know, like, not joking aside, like, but like 400, like, they lost I don't know how is it possible that they lost half of their audience?
Well, it's because it's an awesome television program, Jerry. I mean, it's a great program there. So basically, folks, we got 4 viewers, Jerry. So, you know, like I said before, why bother with a group when I have a YouTube channel? You got a YouTube channel, you know what I mean? Basically, Jer, it's like, it reminds me of the Rocky movie, you know what I mean? Rocky was fighting, he was practicing in the gym, you know what I mean? In front of a bunch of people with camera and all of this. It was all flash and all of this, and then he got his fucking ass kicked, Jer. Yes. And then Apollo Creed, he brought him to a little gym, Jerry, with shitty equipment. And there's nobody around, Jerry, you know what I mean? And when Rocky was working out there, Jerry, he became tougher than ever, and it's the same thing here, Jerry. If you can master this environment, then you can make it anywhere, Jerry. A less confusing metaphor, Jerry, or a simile, to use a proper term, Jerry. It's like going camping, Jerry. You got the big city there, which is YouTube with all the people, but sometimes it's good to go camping and just listen to the crickets, Jerry. I mean, that's what we're doing now. Like, we got Sergio Flores in the house. Release our truth, says Sergio Flores there. We got Spike Shooter, ladies and gentlemen. What up, WJ? Big Jer, he says there. Send Spike the link. If you're not busy, Spike, you can come in if you want there. Fucking computer slows the fuck down when I got StreamYard going on. I need to buy myself a new big laptop, Jerry. Big laptop with a big penis, Jerry. I mean, that's what I need there. So Brian, Jerry wearing the same from the AEW ratings. The same shirt, maybe.
What, the Mighty Ducks? Oh yeah, I got confused there. Yeah, wearing the same shirt. I was supposed to go to the gym today, but I didn't go. I was like, screw it. This is more important. The wrestling gods.
The wrestling gods, Jer.
This is more important. This is what I live for, like.
Oh, jeez, Jer. The Atomic Pigeon asked to join the wrestling juggernauts. There, let's bring this man in. Approve, for fuck's sake. Bring this man in here. Bring this pigeon in here. There. The Atomic Pigeon, you've just been approved to join there. We'll see if he appears in the stream there. Max St. Pierre, thoughts on DiBiase bringing the $1 million belt back for Grimes versus Knight in the ladder match at In Your House this Sunday? I've seen a little bit of the $1 Million Man on NXT with Grimes there, but I haven't seen it. I haven't watched NXT in a couple of weeks. I watched it twice in 2 years, maybe NXT there, but I think it's okay. The $1 Million belt was a gorgeous looking championship. They're a classic championship. It wasn't really a real championship belt there, but it wasn't treated like a real belt or whatever, but it's worth a lot of money there. And if they bring back the belt, I'm all for it. Fuck.
You see, $1 Million Man's now campaigning for his title run to be legit, like when he won the title.
Is he saying he wants the belt to be like a legit championship or
something like that? Apparently, it was one of the transitions. I think because I wasn't like born then and stuff, but it was like a transition with Andre the Giant, and apparently the $1 million, like apparently he won the actual world championship, but then it was given away or something, and it wasn't recognized as an actual title run.
I think Virgil beat him for the belt, if I remember correctly. Dude.
Yeah, that's why we need Gemini, like, because he probably know. In terms of like wrestling, that's why I'm so bad. Like, I don't remember any wrestling history. I just literally
I smoked too much dope to remember that. I have a hard time remembering what happened last week. You know what I mean?
I still don't even know what happened a few days ago.
We got Costanza in the house. The evil owl man is all elite now. Brian, I think Grimes gonna win it if the fuck. Because Grime, he's been the one doing the $1 Million Man stuff. If he doesn't win, then something ain't right there. Fuck. So basically, did I mention you're back? You're back in the house as group admin or whatever there.
Yeah.
Well, basically, not to go too deep with this there, but basically, if there's drama and if there's fucking stuff like this, we're not gonna fucking go live and address the drama and blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? Some guy shows up, he does a bunch of freaky shit or whatever, we just fucking eject, you know what I mean? Kick him out, and that's it there. We don't need to fucking stress ourselves out over this shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be for fun or whatever. We're going to do it for fun there. Go live in here. If people want to come in, they come in. Speaking of coming in, we got Spike there in the house there. Let me give him access. Add to stream. There he is.
There he is. The main man himself.
Crew. What's up, motherfuckers?
The storyline. Crew. Where is the Atomic Pigeon there? He's been added to the thing there.
He should be here momentarily. I just wanted to come in because I had a question for Jerry.
Yeah, what's
what
happening?
How does a Northern Irishman get a Mighty Ducks shirt?
Right. It is actually, I'm not just saying this to like make a story, right? But legit, I have a good actual story of how I got this, right? So I was in a call center and one of my managers had this on. I was like, where did you get this? And he went, like, Primark. It's like Jason will know what I mean, but it's called Primark type deal. So anyway, I waited and waited and waited, and I eventually got it in the shop, right? Yeah. Literally, like a few days later, the entire store burned down to the ground. It's the last thing I ever bought in it. And it's been like there for like 100 years. Literally, I bought it. A few days later, fucking caught on fire. Whole thing's in flames. And so that's a little story on that there, like, you know. But yeah, Primark, they were doing like an offer on it. So, but I've been a massive. I need to watch the show on Disney Plus. Like, I'm such a Mighty Ducks fan. Like, I have yet. I know it's an actual team, but but I just watched. I like the movie. Like,
I watched like the first two Mighty Ducks movies when I was a kid. I didn't even know there was a new show on Disney Plus. That's what I think you said.
Yeah, there's a new show on it.
Fees, I sent you the link there. If you're listening there, if you're watching, feel free to come in. I sent you the link there. I don't know if he's on or what there.
Also wanted to send a shout out to a guy that hasn't been put into the Facebook group. A shout out to Rorb, who is doing his own little version of the Attitude Era with both Smart Buster fans and of the big YWC guys like you two. We already have WJ penciled in as Mick Foley, and I think you are Vince McMahon.
Fuck. If you want to add Rorb to the group, add him. I don't know who he is on Facebook. Yeah. Add him if you want.
He's a good guy. He's on a lot of the Smart Buster live shows.
I trust you, Spike. Whoever you want to add him. Like I said, if somebody comes in, we're not gonna fucking psychoanalyze who's who and fucking
right.
I don't even get a private detective to check out who the person is. If they come in, they fucking take their cock out. We'll just fucking take him off. You know what I mean? We'll block him. That's it.
I don't even know his Facebook account, so I don't know how to go about that. But I just wanted to bring that out there. I don't know when he's going to be making this video. I might be a little EP that he's putting up together, but yeah.
Who's am I Vince McMahon?
They were thinking of making you or Double Z TV Vince McMahon, because you guys do really good impressions of him. So,
Uncle Jerry, any update on the roast of General Jerry there?
Oh my God, how many years have we been trying to do that?
I have news on that. Okay, so this is how it's gonna work, right? I do want to do the roast of General Jerry. WJ, if he wants to join. Spike, the right Smart Buster, if he wants
Jerry,
to join.
I want nothing to do with you, goddammit, Jerry.
But the only way is that if I finally get 5,000 subscribers. Oh, where did WJ go? I think he's cut out. Oh, yeah. Shit, he's cut out.
Just keep going.
If I get 5,000 subscribers on the General Jerry channel, I will officially do the roast of General Jerry. I have to then at that point. So that's what we'll do. 5,000. I think 5,000 is a good round number for the roast of General Jerry. So,
man, how many years have we been teasing this roast?
I think since the 5 years ago.
Yeah, something like that. Like,
we were originally supposed to do it on my birthday, right?
Yeah.
And then the 5th anniversary happened, and that was a disaster.
Yeah, wasn't there drama that popped up before we went to the planning stages?
Yeah, there was like so what happened was I had too many drinks on a live show, And then there was this whole, remember the whole Dom Banks thing? It was all sorted out now. But then I just cut it. And then we were supposed to do it again. And I was like, nah. But I think 5,000 is a good round number where I'll officially do it. I think. WJ, your thing cut out, did it?
What's that? What's that? Yeah.
Cut out there. You like exited the show briefly.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
My fucking laptop's all fucked up there. It's I have to buy a new one, you know what I mean?
My USB port's fucked as well.
It's like my left click and my right click are like fucking attached somehow, yeah. Then I try to fucking left click and it fucking does right click stuff. And
what kind of laptop is that?
I don't know what the fuck happened, but it's might be stuck together somehow inside. Yeah, it's HP, but like.
I mean, did you get like solder or something on it that made
it's possible. It's like all fucking stuck together. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You know what to do with that?
It started fucking doing all kind of weird shit, and somehow I ended up out of the group, and it was but I just fucking gave a punch on the fucking pad thing that scrolls, and that's how I fix it. A couple of knuckle there, pow, and then it starts working again.
Well, I've said what I need to say, so I'll be heading out. Good to see another Facebook group, especially with you guys both involved. And I'll probably be posting my shit fairly soon as well. So
absolutely.
So I'll see you guys around then.
Yes,
no
sir.
bar 100% mate.
Yeah.
Get a USB external mouse. I gotta go buy. I can do that too. Buy a mouse.
You know what you can do? I have the same problem with my old laptop. So all you do, see cleaning glass. It sounds weird, but you know the cleaning glass that you spray on your screen. Spray that on the keypad. Wipe it, and then press reboot on your laptop, and then it should work. I actually had a problem with my work laptop as well with that, literally recently, and I rebooted, it wasn't working. Then randomly I connected the mouse, and then it started working. I'm gonna have to fix this port on my. I don't know what's going on with the port on my laptop. Like that's all I need, but I might not need the other microphone. WJ, I just need the camera microphone.
Oh, it works okay. It sounds good. Yeah.
Can I ask feedback on here, guys? Probably perfect opportunity. Does my camera now sound better than it did before or worse? Let me know in the comments. Because if it is the case, I'll just use this bloody thing.
To me, it sounds the same. I don't know.
Let me know in the comments.
Much the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Somebody
just wrote that he thinks you sound like shit, Jared. Let me tell you something, Jared. So, Jared, what about the big upcoming Ep1 there, Jared? I mean,
how come a Ep1?
Still where I was 2 weeks ago. They're a separate group, or possibly just bring it back in here. We could always revive the older group in the month once we can change the name and do an Ep1 thing on there. And then, like right now, it's Jerry and 2 invisible member. If Jerry leaves the group, then one of the invisible member can hijack. So as long as Jerry stays in the group, then it stays secure, right? But
and all the videos are saved on as well.
We can always bring that back and transform it into an Ep1. And people can go back and look at their old posts.
Oh, there's half there, by the way.
And just go with a new group.
Yeah, I say we just go with a new group. Maybe New Star will be better off with us, maybe, mate. You know what I mean?
Maybe the other one was cursed. Yeah.
Yeah, because it was so cursed we couldn't even close the bloody thing. It was so cursed we couldn't even close the fucking thing. That's how cursed it was. I had to put a little like cover over it saying closed, like it was a shop.
Who wrote this there? The longest world champion. Is that the goof who wrote this? Fuck, I don't know why you can't see the names. It's so fucking
because the Facebook don't really get popular, you see. They don't want this getting popular, you know.
Afiz, I sent you the link and you're in the message there if you want to come in. The goof too, I sent him the link. But it's a new name, Jerry. The wrestling gods he fed there. We might have to fucking do a new tournament, or possibly we'll see how we can go on about this. There, maybe the goof, he's the champ, but then he fights somebody and the belt changes name or something. We'll see how it's gonna work. Well, the belt is just called World Champion. It don't really matter, but we're gonna have to bring an E-Fed in here, Jer. Fuck.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fees, add to stream.
There he is.
How you guys
Hey,
doing?
sir, how you doing?
Yeah. It's good to be in the stream, and I've always wanted to come on one of your streams.
Sir.
Yeah.
So
Actually,
we got,
I was watching the first episode of that Loki TV series.
Yeah, I watched it there. It's pretty good. Like,
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah,
Hello Kitty.
you know, Loki from Marvel.
No, I thought you said Hello Kitty or whatever. But I don't know, Jerry. I'm not sure if
I seen that video you put up. I think was it today that 462,000 viewers. I was laughing my ass off. I almost pissed myself watching that video.
Gonna take a quick puff, Jerry. Be right back there.
No bar.
What is Jerry? Like, done with you and DPJ, like obviously I've only got, like some YouTube, like if you look at guys like WrestleMania and I don't know who else it is, but I think with you guys, I think what I've always like kind of liked your content because it's like you actually say facts. Like it's not like a lot of these people now, they just keep on changing opinions. Like with you and Jerry, DPJ, you've always like stick to what you've said. I know a lot of YouTubers, they'll be like, well, I think I was Jordan and the Goof having a chat as well, and they were like, I think I said to the Goof as well. I'm like, I was looking at the Jerry. I looked at the ratings from the 90s and the early 2000s. They were like 3 million, 4 million, 5 million, and I was just thinking to myself, why, if wrestling is so popular as people like to say, why can't they hit more than 1 million views? Like they're always going about viewership and demo and whatnot, but it's just I don't know, like.
Well, here's an example, right? So if you go on What Culture right now, right? They were talking about the ratings in WWE and how low it was, right?
Yeah.
But they never talked about the AEW thing.
Yeah.
At all. They never talked about it, which is weird. And the thing is with me is that I don't know if you know this, but a lot of the guys from Support Wrestle Talk, they all left.
Shit, Jerry, I hate Wrestle Talk. The pub is
They all left. A bunch of them left and made a new channel. So one of the guys on there, and then your man Adam from What Culture.
Is it Adam? Is it Adam that was done for sexual abuse or whatever?
He cheated on his girlfriend. He didn't really like. He did some like. It wasn't really. A lot of people said it was a minor, but it wasn't like it was like a 20-year-old or a 21-year-old. But it was.
WJ, I believe you will all probably agree. Like I've been on Facebook and I'm like subscribed to a lot of these Facebook pages and they're all like bitching and moaning about wrestlers getting released. I think I was telling the Goof as well. I'm like, these guys are gonna go to the independent scene. They're gonna like charge they're gonna make so much money on the independent scene, and like why do they have to cry about it for? Like I don't understand. Like all these people think that McMahon's the devil and Tony's some angel or something. Like Tony can't do no wrong.
Thank you, Tony. You're such a good man.
I was
Got
on Twitter,
Christian
and I was
in the house there. All righty.
I was on Twitter, Jerry, and I was
Yes.
reading the comments, and they're like, oh, "Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Cody. You made me a wrestling fan again."
Mad, like, you know, it's that old Twitter. Like, what were you saying there? Sorry, WJ.
It's so cringy. You don't need a laptop. You don't need a laptop, Brian, to come in with Streamyard. Anything works, right, Jer?
Yeah, tablet.
Can you get in with a phone in the stream?
Yeah, you can get in with a phone. Some phones, though, like Huawei, you can't get in because
Yeah, I've got Huawei.
Chinese.
I've got in. Jerry, I've got a Huawei phone. I've got in to StreamYard.
And you got in, right?
Yeah,
I think it's like older models of Huawei that you can't use, maybe, or
Yeah.
like, because I tried to use it on my Huawei, but I had like one like 10 years. Because I updated my phone like for the first time in ages there. So
that's
Jerry, but I think
that's a fucking goofy Facebook thing.
Yeah,
It's a Facebook thing. You can't fucking get in with phone. If there's a laptop, you can't get in. But with StreamYard, you can get in there, Brian.
The one is like, Jerry, do you know, I'll be honest with you, Jerry, do you know, like I was telling Jordan and the Goof this, that, you know, a couple of years ago, I was a hardcore wrestling fan. I would watch it like every week. I didn't know when the product they're actually putting out for the people to watch it is just so atrocious. It's like if I sit down to watch Monday Night Raw, I'll probably watch 5 minutes of it and turn it off. I'll be like, I can't watch this, it's unwatchable. Like AEW,
Yeah.
I've never watched an episode of AEW and I don't plan to because like people say, oh, well, AEW is more entertaining. I don't see what's so entertaining about it. I mean, people might disagree with me on this, but I don't know what's so entertaining about AEW.
It's pretty bad. I need to watch it. I need to actually watch wrestling. I need it. Like I was saying this to WJ. I haven't watched any of it, any wrestling. Like, because the thing is, I kind of go in little kind of spots. Like I went on a whole run from like 08 to like 2014, 15. I just consistently watched and reviewed it, like consistently. And then I stopped, and then I started watching football. Then I got bored of that there, and then I started watching weightlifting now. Like I'm on this kind of, like I go in these little kind of spots where I'll like watch something for a little bit and then stop. But I think wrestling is kind of always
Like,
stuck with me, like, you know. But
like you and WJ, obviously, you're probably older than me in age and stuff. I mean, I started watching wrestling in the early 2000s. So when the Ruthless Aggression era was going, that's when I started watching it like properly. I don't know. One thing I know about a lot of these remarks and these negative wrestling fans, like I know I've got a lot of friends who love the attitude around the Roots because a lot of them grew up around that age. I've got a cousin who was like a huge wrestling fan back in the 90s, and he was telling me as well. He goes that wrestling has become so predictable now. It's like if you look back in the 90s, like wrestling, you didn't know what was going to happen. Like with the Monday Night Wars now. Like everyone was tuning in because they didn't know who's going to show up or what's going to happen in the match. And
two seconds.
Predictable now. But
Who left a comment there? It's not showing me. Oh, Costanza. Some rumor has it that WWE wants Aleister Black back. I was reading a thing of Aleister Black that he was saying positive stuff about WWE creative. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So basically, people wanted Aleister Black to do the AEW standard bullshit of just hate WWE to get some fucking street cred or whatever there. And basically, he said that he liked the creative, or he said positive things about them or whatever. Personally, I think the creative is fucking shit nowadays there, especially recently there. But like, so basically, some people were saying that he was selling out there, trying to get his job back, kind of deal there. And welcome Jordan Henry to the live show.
Elvis.
Hello, everyone. What is going on?
How you doing, Jordan?
Hey,
Not
Dan.
bad.
Right,
How you
WJ.
doing, sir?
Fuck it all. I was watching The Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight. Why so serious, Jerry?
What was
I watched
Son
that
of a
movie.
gun, Tabarnak, bring out the red carpet. There's a star in town. Yes!
The Goober.
Yes, sir.
I see Jerry's rocking the Mighty. I see Jerry's rocking the Mighty Ducks T-shirt.
A lie.
I've seen. I can't believe it. I'm saying this, but I've seen like 5 minutes of that movie. Just couldn't sit through the rest of it. Just couldn't do it.
It's the greatest movie ever, but I tell you what's even better, the Goose here. That's the main thing.
Speaking of the Goof here, I just got a
Oh,
message.
he's here as well.
I just got a message from Tony Khan there, Jerry. Tony came up with an original idea there for Wrestling Gods Fed episode 1. It's the Goof versus Peter there in the Hell in a Cell. And if Peter doesn't win, he doesn't get any more shots at the title there, Jerry. Originality in the fucking house there.
He's had more shots than Drew McIntyre, like.
The Goof versus Gilmore there. Hell
It ain't gonna be no red show. It ain't gonna be no red show.
What's your opinion on what's his name? Jordan Devlin, the wrestler Jordan Devlin.
The guy who looks like Finn Balor from NXT UK. I think he's pretty good for a wrestler. He's a good little wrestler there.
He's from Northern Ireland, isn't he?
Yeah, I met him up in Belfast OTT 2 years ago. I got to talk to him. Got to shake his hand. Got to punch him in the stomach as well.
Oh, yeah.
I was telling Jordan I need to make a trip to Ireland soon. Just to go check the scenery out in Ireland.
We'll get you in Witherspoons, Aves and Jordan.
I don't drink, Jordan. Jerry, I don't drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't drink, by the way, Jerry.
Oh, it's okay. We can get what would they have? They have like non-alcoholic cocktails.
Yeah.
So they have like little non-alcoholic cocktails.
Jerry,
One of
I
my friends
think
doesn't
football
drink.
fan. Do you think Fulham can? I know Fulham's got relegated, aren't they? So do you think they can bounce back from that, or do you think they're going to stay?
I hope not. Like just to piss off Tony Khan. Like.
I even said to
So
Jordan that.
is pretty
I even
much
said
like
to Jordan.
AEW's ratings like down the toilet. Like, are they staying down or like are they going to go back up
Well,
eventually?
it's going to go back up when they go back on Wednesday night, but like, I don't think it's getting lower. Like they were at 1 million, they were going down to 700,000 before this Friday night shit happened. So it kind of looks like they're on the downward spiral. You know what I mean? They're gonna get back probably at least 700 on Wednesday night, but in order to climb up, they're going to need to make a big move, and signing Leo Rush isn't it. Signing Mark Henry isn't it.
I heard Leo Rush retired.
He retired. Why? So did he actually sign a contract with them? Was he like there for just a night only and left, or what was that?
It was a handshake deal or something.
Handshake
Why
deal.
why did they sign Mark Henry of all people? Why Mark Henry?
Apparently he's good at scouting athletes. Apparently he's good to scout athletes and stuff because he's an athlete, so he's able to recruit other athletes there. So.
Are you sure he isn't there because WWE ran out of donuts and he couldn't have donuts anymore?
That's probably it too. Yeah.
You know what
Russ was only there for one night.
He's in like MLW or something. He's like their world champion.
No,
or something,
he signed to
apparently.
New Japan. He signed to New Japan.
Wait, people still watch New Japan? Oh no, shouldn't say that or get attacked.
Yeah, you have smart.
Say what you want. Say what you want, Jordan. Like, it's a new era in this group. Say whatever you want. If people are upset at wrestling opinion, that's their fault.
You know what's funny, guys? You know, one of my friends, she watches AEW only for Kenny Omega, and I don't want. She's one of my good friends, but I don't want to kind of upset her by saying that AEW sucks because she only watches it for Kenny Omega. That's it. That's the only reason she watches it. But I wanted to say that Kenny. I don't find anything special about Kenny Omega just because he does these cool moves. I mean, he's kind of cringe. He's cringe. There's nothing like. He's probably the worst world champion the AEW's got right now.
Well, like if you look at the way the ratings are, like if you look at the way the ratings were, right? You had John Moxley who was getting about 1,900,000 type deal. Yeah. Then all of a sudden, as soon as Kenny Omega got the championship, it like plummeted. And then like even in TNA, at one point TNA I think we're getting like 100 or 200,000 viewers. And at one point Kenny Omega showed up and it got like I don't know what it was like. It was the lowest rating in TNA, modern TNA history, and he was there. And now he's still the TNA champion. So it's like, how are they going to get the belt back? And I just feel like I don't
understand this. I mean, I don't understand why give the title to someone you obviously know the ratings are going to go down. Shouldn't they not give it to someone who would actually get the ratings up? Like
backstage politics. I'm telling you, there's backstage politics involved. You know, they're playing. They're all vice presidents, so they're playing they're playing backstage politics. So that everything goes in their favor. They're not bothered about. AEW always says that we care about all the talent, but in reality, they don't give a shit. Wrestling has always been an ego-driven business. So that is the fact.
Watch, they didn't give it to Watch.
Say that again. Sorry.
Watch, they didn't give it to Andrade one day, and he ain't gonna draw shit.
Yeah,
I mean, he's not going to draw shit. Just give it to someone like Jungle Boy. I know that sounds crazy, but I mean, fuck it. Why not? They give it to everyone.
Proven track record that he can be a good world champion just because he's athletic. Athletic means shit.
He weighs less than me, like.
I would have Jungle Boy as TNT champ there before.
Yeah.
Like Jerry, I know people shit on Austin and Rock, but Austin and Rock were proven draws. Like they could put asses in seats.
They need a new term. They need actual box office wrestlers. Like, do you remember the whole that they say box office? You know, box office boxers or box off like Conor McGregor and all. But they need to go back to actually, so does WWE as well, to go back to box office wrestlers. Because, like, if you look at the actual, that's why there's so many cuts, because they had to. There's no wrestlers there that really stand out. Like, Drew McIntyre, like, as much as good as he is, he's not a box office draw. Bobby Lashley, as good as what he is, he's not a box office draw. And as much as people like to hate it, Roman Reigns does actually give viewership in SmackDown, whether people like to admit it or not.
I agree.
He is an actual box office draw.
I don't like Roman Reigns because his fans got me blocked on Twitter. So, I mean, I don't hate Roman Reigns. It's just his fans are a bunch of bums. They got me kicked off Twitter because I said Roman Reigns looks like my shit.
Jordan, you know how to start the fire, though. I mean, you know how to start the fire. That's why I think a lot of people come after you, Jordan. Because I think with you, don't you? You just say what's in your mind. So I know a lot of people don't like that when you speak your mind. But then again,
I don't care what people say about me. I mean, I was supposedly buried the last time.
Yeah, I like Drew and Bobby, but they're not going to get people watching to tune in to watch Monday Night Raw, John.
We need more casual fans, in my opinion. Casual fans, we need casual fans. You know, if we have hardcore fans, it just gets boring. If you get casual fans,
I mean, I was watching gonna plug WJ's channel over here, but go and subscribe to the Wrestling Jesus. But I was watching one of his old videos where he was talking about 30 reasons on why the Attitude Era fans suck, and I looked at those comments, and oh my god, those are bad comments, like toxic comments, man.
That was also a trolling video there, but like
Eva Marie.
Some of the people that were being like back in the day that were like Attitude Era, like some of those people were a little cringy there, but like that was like a thing I had done for a few weeks there, go trolling Attitude Era fan there, but like.
And you made a video wearing like some mask, and you're like Attitude Era something here, and you're like, and you're like, you were like, that match sucks. It's not the Attitude Era. That match sucks. It's not the Attitude Era.
Well, for a while it was like this. Even if you had good stuff happening on the show, a lot of times people would trash it and just say, ask for Attitude Era. So.
WJ, remember you and Jerry did videos on that Deluxe, man. I think that's what made me a fan of Jerry, because he ranted on Bruce Blitz and the Deluxe one, and I became a fan of Jerry. I'm like, this guy's crazy.
I mean, my first video I ever seen of Jerry, believe it or not, was actually a Bruce Blitz video about
I think that when he ranted on
No
Bruce
Mercy,
Blitz,
or like Bruce was going to send that guy, Mad Genius, to a fucking pay-per-view, and Jerry went absolutely mad. I couldn't stop laughing.
The first video I thought of WJ was the bunny sucks.
The bunny, or WWE's the bunny, or
even Jerry's video. Even Jerry's video when he was talking about grown men taking WWE titles to the shows, like, oh my god, this fat bastard thinking of oxygen. I laughed my ass off so much.
So Deluxe Man back in the day used to be a big fanboy, and he would try to paint me as a bad guy for being a ranter and stuff like this. He was a big fanboy on his high horse, fucking, and now he's supposedly Mr. Badass, hating on the product, a big fucking poser, you know what I mean? Deluxe Man, what he does, he sees what's the popular opinion of the day on Twitter, and then he just repeats that in his vids. That's what he does, you know?
He got banned on Sammy's name. Did you hear that? On Twitter?
Yeah.
Deluxe Man, yeah, like he was on Twitter and stuff. It was like a lot of years ago, and he's like, "Add me back, Sammy. I'm your number one fan." Apparently, Sammy's saying blocked him.
Jerry, was it Deluxe Man making mashups for WWE, and he used to call himself a WWE representative or something? And
no.
Is he fucking representative?
He did his mashups. Like, some of his mashups were okay, but like I think WWE shared a few of his like theme songs type deal, but that's all it really went to.
That's
like,
probably why he became such a big badass, because they dropped him like a bad habit kind of deal, you know what I mean? Just some goofball mashing two teams there, and they fucking got rid of him. That's when he starts becoming edgy against the product. Go ahead, Jordan.
Jerry, I was, you did a video, I don't know, it was like 3, 4, 5 years ago, I don't know, about Grim getting elbowed in the back of the head, and I was wondering, would you ever like consider having Grim on your channel, just talking to him about that stuff and like talking to him about his career? Because Grim has done a lot of interviews, and the guy is really interesting to talk about.
He wanted me wrestling, so he did. He wanted me. He was on Twitter, and I said like jokingly, like I think it was like Joe, Joe Cronin, who I'm friends, like Joe Cronin's dad. Also, shout out to Joe Cronin, but like Joe Cronin. New York.
I hate JD from New York. He's an asshole.
Like Joe Cronin was like tweeting something out about wrestling stuff, and I said, "Oh, I'll get in there," like obviously jokingly. And then your man Grim was like, "Yeah, I have you on," type deal, but like I never followed up on it, like, because I'm just, But like he's kind of like, the thing is with Grim is that, like, I think his channel is not meant for someone my age, really, because I think he's more to do with kids, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Because I think, you know, and I think that's good for him that he's, like, you know, obviously targeting, like, you know, getting kids, you know, and getting them interacting and wrestling or whatever it is, like. But yeah, like I did a rant series on him and I didn't like it. I think that's the only rant series I didn't like doing of him, because it didn't really, you know, so I kind of removed it. But
sorry, I had a phone call.
Yeah, with Grim is like, and like with Grim is probably like one of the first YouTubers I ever like fully like got into, and like when I was in secondary school, I mean, I wasn't like the popularest kid, but like I find people that watched Grim with me, and we just sat there and watched his videos, and that's how I became friends with people. But I find Grim through Angry Grandpa by Kid Behind the Camera anyway.
yeah,
and
I like Angry Grandpa, rest in peace, like.
Yeah. And I like Michael, and I follow Michael on Twitter, but Michael now I don't know, but Grim, I'll always watch him and I always have fun with him. But Grim is a good guy. I mean, I don't understand why people hate him, saying he's not trained. He trained with Kurt Hawkins and who do you call that other jobber? Zack Ryder.
MJF was on now.
Yeah, MJF was on Grim as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
he was. Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
And like Grim, it's comedy. Like, it's not like he needs to be professionally trained, right?
I mean, real life is smoking hot. I mean, I'm just,
You know, JD from NY, like Jordan was asking, like, why is JD from NY hated so much in the YWC? Because Jordan,
why is he so hated?
Jordan thinks that JD from NY. I personally think JD from NY is a scumbag.
Huh?
Because he represents the smart fans. He's pro AEW, and he takes it to some kind of militant extreme with it, let's say.
And he attacks children. He attacked a kid for liking WWE Raw on Twitter. So it was a kid that liked WWE Raw, and your man JD doesn't do it now, probably because a few people made videos on it and stuff. But what JD would do is, like, let's just say, like, you know, a kid. Like, there was this kid on Twitter who said, I actually quite like Raw. And then he, like, retweeted the tweet and got all his fans to kind of go at him. And it wasn't like a, you know, kind of like a response type deal, but it was a deliberate kind of get him, you know, type thing. I didn't really sit with me. And
but
also,
Jerry,
he's not a very, like, he's very, like, he's
very
not a type of person
and boring for 4 hours podcast. No thanks.
Well, I mean, like, that kid wasn't doing nothing wrong, because essentially WWE Raw is a kid's show.
Yeah, he's not doing anything wrong, like, but apparently JD, he is. And then JD got called out for the Alexa Bliss thing, and people pointed this out, is that the next day, the next 2 days or whatever it is after the Alexa Bliss thing, he started praising WWE Raw, even though it was terrible. So, like, a lot of people, like, that's what I think. Like, JD isn't like a person that will, like, just say what his actual opinion is. He'll say whatever is popular, which is like, again, if people want to do that, that's fine. But it's like, it's called YouTube for a reason, like,
Joe Cronin. I wonder whatever happened with him and Joe Cronin.
He's still going on, Cronin.
No. I mean, with him and JD, whatever happened to them, they used to be good friends, and then
JD stabbed him in the back. JD stabbed Joe Cronin in the back. That's what happened.
No, well,
but not here. I have to run here though, guys, because I got work tomorrow. But I'll see you guys later. All right.
Yeah.
All right. I'll see you later, guys.
We'll go another 10 minutes if you guys want there.
I have to go, and I actually have to go with my girlfriend, something the YWC members don't have. So, I mean, I'm out of here.
All right, we'll end it now, I guess, there. But
Yeah,
The group is back, ladies and gentlemen. It's a different name there, but it's a new era, ladies and gentlemen. The Wrestling Gods there.
With a star
Live shows. Fucking the knee fed there. The Goof's title is going to be on the line on episode 1 there. Big match against Peter Gilmore coming up. Videos.
I'm gonna win.
Goof to start. I'm glad that the group's back, but I was even telling the Goof about this. The negative, toxic idiots, they're just probably gonna end up ruining it. I think that's the people we need to be careful of, because they're gonna start drama like always.
At this time, if they start drama, it is what it is. Like me, if it ain't my fault, let's say somebody goes in the group and does something. If it's not me doing it, like I can only do what I can, right? Like they say in religion, there, you're not responsible for the sins of your father or whatever. Well, I'm not responsible for the sins of people in the Facebook group. You know what I mean? Yeah. All I can do is stop something after it's been done. So if somebody comes in, he does something weird, all I can do is get rid of the guy. You know what I mean? If the guy does something, it's not my fault. It's not you guys' fault. Yeah. You know what I mean? It is what it is. So.
WJ, you're going to bring A-Track Brown back into the group.
I don't know. If anybody has him on their friend list to add him in, he's not on mine there. I don't know, but I don't mind if he comes back. Please don't add Peter
Gilmore in.
He's already
Please don't add Peter Gilmore in, because he's just going to start stuff.
Peter. Peter Gilmore, the face there. He has a big cage match against the Goof there.
But Hell in the Cell.
I don't mind Peter Gilmore. It's just,
Goof, bury him 6 feet under, man. The Goof, you need to whip his ass, but bury him 6 feet under.
Peter, he's a warrior. Him, the sacrament.
Well, they have a bloody Hell in the Cell.
So.
The Hell in the Cell is going to be the original show, not that.
I'm sorry, China. John Cena apologizes. I'm sorry, China. I didn't mean to say that.
It ain't going to be that red show. It's going to be the ordinary show. The original.
Zubair, feds are for nerds. Why are y'all demanding it? Zubair, fuck, some things in life, it's bigger than you and I. Sacrament, Zubair. And then
there's one guy that should be in this group, and that is Charlie. Charlie. I like Charlie.
So and that's about all I have to say. You guys got any last words for this show here?
Fuck Cody Rhodes.
Bye.
Fuck Cody Rhodes and his family.
Oh,
until next time. Peace.